First of all, welcome you guys back. Today is building day. Today is the first day of our Greek competition. Here are the competitions that you can look forward to. They may change, but right now we have scheduled Greek temple building, beauty contest, Greek gods, banner, chant, myth, debate, plays, Olympics, fate, and attire, which means what you're wearing. What you're wearing in there. Now, for the temples. You guys have worked before on temples, and we've read some information about temples. You know that the purpose of temples, they were built as monuments to the gods. As monuments to the gods. You know that they emphasize balance, symmetry, proportion, and beauty. Okay. Today you get to build a temple. You'll start out with the same resources. Everybody starts out with the same resources. Because in ancient Greece, they would have all started out with the same resources as well. They would have started out with rock and stone and a hammer and chisel. It's how much time and energy you put into your temple that makes it beautiful. Now, the first thing, your grading sheet on this, your grading sheet, how you are going to be graded, is right here in front of you. Notice that there's a total of 90 points on there. 90 points. I'll give you 10 because you're here, and then we will go ahead and round it up to an even 100. But there's 90 points. The first thing says submitted final blueprint on time. Josh yesterday started a blueprint with his group. I'm going to go ahead before I pass out the materials, and I'm going to give you a few minutes to write down what you're going to do. Can I see yours real quick, Josh? Here is what Josh's group looks like. You've got to decide, first of all, how big your temple is going to be. So you need to have the duty assignment, first of all. Who's going to make the columns, the structure, the statue, etc.? You talked about those. You talked about it yesterday. Then, how big is it going to be, including measurements? So this looks like a rectangle. It's not, I'm sure it's how do you want it to look? Before we go on, remember also, Jonathan, as you're planning, here are your resources. Everybody gets a bucket. You only have 16 pieces of paper. So you might want to cut those, you can cut those pieces of paper, but you only get 16. You only get 12 paper clips. You only get 8 rubber bands. You only get 20 inches of tape. And what I'll do for that, I'm not going to measure it. I'll even give it you a little bit more. I'm going to do take tape. I'm going to go my arm span. And that's the amount of tape you get. So you have to use your tape carefully and judiciously. Vocabulary word we used before. 12 thumbtacks, scissors, rulers, pencils, and your creativity. Let's go ahead and I will give you all 5 minutes and a ruler for you to write out the measurements of your paper. The paper that you're going to get is computer paper. It's 8.5 by 11 or A4 paper. To write out, so I'm going to give you 5 minutes to make sure your measurements are down and your jobs are assigned. I'll also put out books on your desk for when you're finished. We have 5 minutes for that. Mary, good question. I see some great planning going on, guys. Excellent planning. Nice job.
Pencil.
Okay, so remember, you're thinking your columns, proportion means that the same number of columns on both sides.
14. 15.
You guys got to look like you're doing great. How are we doing over here? All right, guys.
500.
Looking good.
2 million rupees. That will be yours. Give me $10. I love that. We could be allowed that. Yours. Give me Shiguli. Just hurry, guys.
All right, the roof on that one's working.